The corporate party was in full swing, a sea of suits and sparkling dresses under the grand chandeliers of the hotel ballroom. As I navigated through clusters of chatting colleagues, I couldn't help but feel a sense of pride. My husband, Alex, and I had weathered many storms to be here tonight, both in our careers and our marriage. Little did I know, the tempest was just about to break. I spotted him first, laughing with his usual charm among a group of admirers. Alex, the man I had vowed to spend my life with, the man who now, unbeknownst to me, would push me to an edge I never knew I had. My approach was halted by a scene that rooted me to the spot, a chilling prelude to the chaos that was about to unfold. There she was, the new marketing assistant, clinging to Alex with a familiarity that sparked a fire in my chest. Their dance was intimate, too intimate for a room full of colleagues. And then, the moment that shattered any facade of trust or love, his hand, sliding under her skirt. A collective gasp from the onlookers, a sharp intake of breath from my own lips, but the roar of fury in my ears drowned out all else. I stormed through the crowd, my vision tunneled on the pair. The next moments were a blur of motion, my hand connecting with his face with a force that mirrored the turmoil within me. The crack was sickening, his shock palpable, but the fury coursing through my veins left no room for mercy. "You have exactly 24 hours to pack your things and leave my house," I hissed at Alex, my voice steady despite the chaos around us. The crowd parted, a mix of shock and awe painted on their faces as I turned on my heel and walked away. The drive home was a whirlwind of emotion, each mile adding weight to the reality of what had just transpired. My once perfect life felt like a lie, each memory tainted by the betrayal I had witnessed. But beneath the anger and heartache, a sliver of determination began to take root. I would not let this define me. I would rebuild, stronger and more fiercely independent than before. As I pulled into the driveway of what was soon to be his former home, the gravity of my decision settled in. I had set the wheels of change in motion with a single irreversible action. Little did I know, the next 24 hours would only be the beginning of a journey that would redefine everything I thought I knew about love, betrayal, and the strength within me. The sun hadn't yet kissed the horizon when I began the day that would chart the course of my new life. My resolve from the night before had solidified into a steely determination. Today was not about endings. It was the beginning of a journey I hadn't planned but was fully committed to navigating. As I sipped my coffee, the silence of the morning was a stark contrast to last night's turmoil. The doorbell rang, slicing through the quiet with the urgency of the unknown. It was Alex's sister, Mia, her eyes wide with concern and something else. Was it anger? "I heard about last night," she started, her voice tight. "I can't believe Alex would." I cut her off, not ready to rehash the details. "It's done, Mia. He has until tonight." Mia's next words took me by surprise. "I want to help you. He's my brother, but I can't excuse what he did. And I think there's more you should know." Her revelation was a jolt. More? How could there be more to this betrayal? Mia's insistence led us to a nearby cafe, where she unfolded a tale of hidden debts, shady deals, and Alex's desperate attempts to keep his double life afloat. My anger was quickly compounded by a sense of betrayal that cut deeper than I had thought possible. As we plotted our next moves, an unexpected ally emerged. Jake, a colleague who had always been in the periphery of my professional life, approached our table, his expression solemn. "I overheard," he admitted. "I have something that might help you. Evidence of sorts." Jake's involvement added a new layer to the unfolding drama. He handed me a flash drive, his eyes earnest. "I stumbled upon it by accident, but after last night, I think it's better in your hands." The cafe buzzed around us, oblivious to the conspiracy taking shape at our small table. Mia, Jake, and I, an unlikely trio united by a common cause, began to devise a plan. With each piece of the puzzle that fell into place, my resolve hardened. Alex's deception was not just a personal betrayal, but a tangled web that threatened to pull us all down with him. By the time we parted ways, the path forward was clear. Armed with newfound allies and evidence that could change everything, I was no longer just a scorned wife seeking justice. I was the architect of my own destiny, ready to confront the lies and emerge from this ordeal with my head held high. The intrigue of what lay on that flash drive and the secrets Mia hinted at promised a confrontation that would shake the very foundations of our lives. And as I prepared to face what was to come, I realized this was not just about retribution. It was about reclaiming my life from the ruins of betrayal, a journey fraught with challenges but illuminated by the light of truth and newfound strength. The weight of the flash drive in my pocket feels like the key to Pandora's box, its contents unknown yet brimming with potential to upheave my world even further. I'm no longer just a bystander in my own life, but the driving force of a storm about to break. Maya meets me outside the office, her eyes reflecting the storm clouds of our shared resolve. "Are you ready?" she whispers, as if the buildings themselves are eavesdropping. I nod, feeling the flash drive's cold metal through the fabric of my dress. Let's unravel this mystery. Our heels click in unison against the marble floor of the lobby, a rhythmic march towards revelation. Jake waits by the elevators, his presence a silent testament to the alliance we formed. "Got everything?" he asks, eyeing the bulge in my pocket. "Ready as we'll ever be," I respond, the double entendre hanging in the air like a challenge. The elevator ride to Alex's office is tense, charged with anticipation and the fear of the unknown. As we step into the hallway, the whispers of our colleagues feel like the buzzing of flies, annoying yet irrelevant. Mia's the one to break the silence. "Let's not beat around the bush," she says, her determination slicing through the thick air of apprehension. We enter the office, a sanctum of secrets about to be laid bare. Alex isn't here yet, but we begin our operation, connecting the flash drive to his computer. The files begin to spill out like secrets from a lover's lips, revealing more than just financial indiscretions, but a web of lies that entangle both business and pleasure. Just then, the door swings open, and Alex stands there, the very picture of surprise and guilt. "What the hell do you think you're doing?" he blusters, his eyes darting to the screen displaying his misdeeds. I stand, feeling a surge of power. "Looking for the truth," I retort, my voice steady. "Seems I've found it. And more." Alex's gaze flits between Mia and Jake, seeking an ally but finding none. "This isn't what it looks like," he starts, but his excuses sound as hollow as our marriage had become. Mia steps forward, her voice icy. "Save it, Alex. We're done with your games." Jake's hand rests lightly on my shoulder, a silent offering of support. "Time to face the music," he says to Alex, his voice low but firm. As Alex tries to weave a narrative of misunderstanding and misinterpretation, I can't help but marvel at the shift in power. The man who once held my heart now grasps at straws, his facade crumbling under the weight of his deceit. The office feels smaller somehow, as if the walls themselves are closing in on Alex. And as he flounders, I realize this is more than just about revenge or retribution. It's about reclaiming my story on my terms. "We're taking this to the board," I declare, cutting off his protests. "Let's see how your indiscretions fare in the light of day." Alex's defeat is palpable, a sweet victory marred by the bitter taste of betrayal. As we leave his office, the flash drive a token of our triumph. I know that this is just the beginning. The real challenge lies in the reconstruction of my life from the ruins of this debacle. But with allies like Mia and Jake by my side, I feel ready to face whatever comes next. As the doors of the boardroom closed behind us, a silence settled over the room, thick with anticipation and the gravity of what was about to unfold. The board members, an array of expressions painted on their faces, waited for the drama to unfold, unaware of the storm about to hit them. Mia stood by my side, her presence a pillar of strength. Jake, with a nod of encouragement, handed me the remote to the projector. It was time to reveal the depth of Alex's betrayal, not just to me, but to the entire company. "I stand before you not just as a wronged wife, but as a whistleblower of corruption and deceit that threatens the very foundation of this corporation," I began, my voice echoing in the hushed room. The screen flickered to life, displaying emails, transactions, and photographs that painted a damning picture of Alex's double life and double dealings. Gasps and murmurs filled the room as the evidence unfolded, each slide a nail in the coffin of Alex's career and reputation. But it was the final piece of evidence, a video, that caused the most significant stir. Alex, in his own words, boasting about his manipulations, unaware that his hubris was being recorded. The board members turned, one by one, their gazes landing on Alex with a mix of disgust and disbelief. But it was his next words that shocked everyone, myself included. "You think this is just about me?" Alex sneered, defiance in his voice. "I was a pawn in a much larger game. Look closer at who you're trusting." His accusation hung in the air, a challenge that was both unexpected and unnerving. Mia and I exchanged a glance, a silent agreement passing between us. We had come this far, we couldn't back down now. With a few clicks, Jake brought up additional files we hadn't planned to reveal just yet. Evidence that implicated not just Alex, but hinted at a deeper, more systemic corruption within the company. Whispers turned to shouts as accusations flew, the boardroom descending into chaos. In the midst of the turmoil, a sudden realization dawned on me. This wasn't just about exposing Alex or even saving the company. It was about shedding light on the shadows, about revealing the truth, no matter how ugly. The board's decision was swift. Alex and several key figures were to leave immediately, their careers in tatters, but as the dust settled, I couldn't shake off the feeling of unease. Had we merely scratched the surface of a deeper rot? The aftermath was a whirlwind of resignations, investigations, and reforms. The company, though rocked by the scandal, began to rebuild, its foundations stronger and more transparent than ever. As for me, the journey was far from over. The betrayal had left its scars, but it had also opened new doors. With Mia and Jake by my side, I ventured into new beginnings, armed with lessons learned from the shadows of deceit. The final twist came weeks later when a mysterious benefactor reached out, their identity hidden behind layers of encryption. They offered support for my next venture, a project aimed at uncovering corporate corruption. Their only condition, that the truth always prevails, no matter how powerful the opposition. As I looked out over the city, the weight of the flash drive in my hand felt different now. It was no longer a symbol of betrayal but a tool for change, a beacon guiding me towards a future where integrity and transparency weren't just ideals but realities. And in that moment, I realized that the end of my marriage to Alex was not the end of my story, but the beginning of a far more significant journey. One where I wasn't just a survivor of betrayal but a warrior for truth, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead.